do you set your risk or or stop loss, I suppose, from a trade when you first get in it? Have you got a fixed level to come out if you're wrong straight away, or how do you approach risk from that perspective?
Same as, like I said, the three parameters before. I'd have a price-based reason to get out. So, like I said, a fixed stop loss. Usually most of the times I don't have a physical one, but I definitely have a mental one, just to judge in terms of risk to reward. You don't want to get a crap risk to reward type trade. So I will have a very mental price-based stop. But then those other two factors in terms of timing and tape, momentum, will definitely play a big part. So if it doesn't go in my favour, or maybe it just goes sideways, it's not hit my price-based stop yet. But
you still don't want it.
Yeah, I still want to get out because based on time, based on momentum, it's not driving. It's not momentum. You can't buy a breakout and then after 20 minutes it's still going sideways. It's not breakout. It's not momentum, right?
So the premise of the trade is not working. It's not correct. I'm out.
Yeah, the thesis is wrong. So I will mix in, three of those factors together.
Okay. So you talk about, I can't not talk about this. You talk about mental stops there. I know that there's a lot of people, it's one or the other. Some people can't use mental stops because they just don't have the discipline to execute. It runs through. Before it's run through, they're like, oh, it's gone through my stop, and they're deer in headlights. Other people, it's not an issue. I assume it's not an issue for you, otherwise you'd probably have a hard stop in. What, is that just never been an issue for you? Have you kind of found a hack that deals with that?
I think 70-80% of the time I'm out before my hard stop because of the other two stops.
Okay, interesting.
That hard stop for me is that worst case scenario, which I get in there for whatever reason. It really reverses against me.
Yeah.
But in terms of the other two factors, if I'm in it for like 15, 20 minutes and it's not driving, my thesis is wrong. Even if I hold until my price stop gets hit, the thesis of the trade is wrong in terms of me, for example, holding a opening drive type move. So, like I said, 78% of the time, I'll be out before my price stops get hit, and the other 20% of the time is the time
it gets whacked. Yeah, well, it stops you getting a big hit, doesn't it? I suppose. Yeah. All right, so I guess the challenge for you comes in of sometimes maybe you come out when you believe the tape has turned and it's just a pause and it goes on in your favour. How do you combat? What sort of things are you doing to try to fine-tune that element of your decision-making process?
What do you mean by that?
So, I guess if you're coming out of trades before they hit your stop, there's going to be many times when you're wrong. It just literally rips straight back up in your favour, and many times that you're right. How do you fine-tune that process in terms of, okay, I want to be better at really identifying stocks that aren't trading momentum, as opposed to stocks that are just, because sometimes we get stock that will sit there for a bit, it'll go in your favour, it'll then stagnate, you might think that's done, come out, rips off another $10 on you. Does that happen to you, and is it the kind of thing that is something you're working on? On
the long side, I would say I'm quite maybe lucky to say most cases I'm quite happy with picking my exit on the long side. But with short side moves, and this is maybe just more the nature of the game, if you get shorts that get kind of downside moves which kind of rip on the day, they can really rip, and you might pick the bottom and say this was really a nice exit, but you know yourself, kind of those short side moves which get slammed on the day really go. But I mean, that's just one of them.
Yeah.
But in general, long side moves, I'm quite happy with picking when momentum dies out, and sometimes if it does keep ripping, they can sometimes continue ripping through the day, but that's fundamentally a different trade for me. I'm not holding for a trend play, which is something I'm working on to hold longer in a minute. But in terms of probability, I know my preferred strategy is picking the top in that first 1 hour maximum, say, for 90
to exit
minutes.
your trade.
Yeah, that's my thinking. And when the volume dries out, whatever, and I'm maybe 85% happy with my exits.
Good.
Every so often, there'll be one or two, I'm thinking about Apple right now, which really keeps ripping, and you think momentum's really dried out, but then you see another 5-10 minutes in. Jesus.
I mean, you're never going to get all of it, are you? But if you can get most of it. All right, so that's your opening trade. So you kind of touched there touched on there, should I say, that you've got more trades in your arsenal. So you've done your open. What other setups have you got throughout the trading day?
Yeah, I'd say also in terms of viewers right now is understanding your unique trading personality, and for me it's quick thinking and then being able to quickly jump on price action, and that's just kind of my style. So that's where my core base is and which I want to trade around. So that's what I love